time on purpose. I want first impressions. So I want you to raise your hand on something you've either observed or some conclusion that you've drawn based off of this map. Miguel, what's something you came up with?
Just like the king dies and his sons have to inherit his wealth. I think that's good.
Okay.
You know, they're like the ones that inherit his like wealth, whatever he has.
Okay, great. So that's a comment about something that like happened when we were reading the text. So let me rephrase my question. So my question is something that's based off of what I produced. What is something that you see in this map? So do you see maybe some arrows, maybe some equal signs? What do you think about that?
It's like step by step will happen.
Okay. Okay, so it's a step-by-step sequence of what's happening. Okay. Lewis.
I'd say that one step could lead to more steps, like not just one, but many.
Okay, cool. So you see, can you give me a specific example?
Like how the sons fought over the land.
Uh-huh.
That has 3 arrows under it.
Okay.
So I guess it leads to more outcomes.
So instead of just having one outcome, there are several outcomes. Okay, so multiple arrows means several outcomes. Okay, what I would like some of you to do, so some of you who had some trouble coming up with some observations, I'd love to see a pencil in your hand. I'd love to see you writing down some of these observations. So Miguel, I'd love to see you writing down some of these observations. Go for it.
So I started looking at it like a family version. So it's like the parent dies, so like the sons or the kids inherit.
Mm-hmm.
So then the kids start fighting over the stuff they've earned, which leads to like family civil war.
Okay.
So once they start fighting over it, each of them starts losing money,
Uh-huh.
and that's as far as I got.
Okay, great. So you're telling me about like what's actually happening in the map.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are the teacher, let's phrase it this way. If you're the teacher and I, the student, just turned in this map, what are some things that you can figure out, not about the content, but about my map making? What are some of the things that I did in this map making that you can learn as a teacher? Yes?
Like when you would put stuff on the side, it would be like what it results into, like the king. Since he's king, he has people now.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the sons fight over the land, it equals to like the Civil War. And
So what do you think I meant by the equal?
like the result after they already like have it.
So it's not a cause and an effect, but it's a result. Okay? Yeah.
I know it's like you kind of give examples, so people like equals like the example of the immediate example of what happened.
Yeah, so I wasn't saying like they were at war with the barbarians. I wasn't saying they're at war with the Huns. I said it was a civil war. And by putting that equal sign, it was a way of me to provide an example. So these two things, wars are expensive and civil war is the same thing. What are some other things that you can figure out as a teacher? Tanisha?
You can figure out what actually happened because you might summarize like each step of each one.
So that's what you can figure out by looking at my map. But as if you're Miss FioRito, if you're me, what do you know about my ability now? What do I have the ability to do?
To like take apart the story.
Yeah, I have the ability to take apart the story. Great. Grace, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have the ability to put it in order?
I have the ability to put a story in order. Great. Yeah. Absolutely. I can pinpoint the most important details. Morgan?
If I was a teacher, I know that you understand it because you just told me like what happened, but wasn't important.
Absolutely. I was able to find the most relevant details. I was able to put them in the correct sequence. I was able to show you what happened in the story. Okay? So all these things you can learn about as a teacher. Okay? Now, based off of this, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to ask somebody to explain to me step by step how we do mapping. So starting, I just handed you a new reading. Can somebody step by step tell me what you have to do? What's the first thing you have to do?
Read it.
Absolutely, read it. Hallelujah. You have to actually read it. Don't skim it, friends. You got to actually read it. What do I got to do next? Mario. Absolutely. I got to number this passage. I got to mark it up. So I'm going to annotate. Absolutely. What do I got to do next?
Underline the learning idea.
Underline the important details. Phenomenal. Jovan?
And like look at like stuff that's happening and see what like after that happened, what else happened in the story because of what just happened.
So because and what happened, I have to look at the what and the what. Absolutely, I got to look at the cause and effect. Now I've done all of that. What do I got to do to actually actually make this dang thing. Yeah.
You gotta use the numbers to like write in words what happens so like other people can understand.
Right, so I have to use the numbers to write in words what other people understand. Alejandra, do I write directly what's in the text, or do I summarize in my own words?
Summarize in your words
Why?
because that way it's easy for you to understand it because you already know what it's talking about.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to go through these steps again. Number 1, read. Number 2, annotate with your numbers. Number 3, find your important details. Number 4, this is what a math teacher friends. Number 4, you have to begin to construct your math based off of your numbers. Okay? All right, I'm going to give you an